Bryan Cave is a leading business and litigation firm founded in St. Louis in 1873. The firm has 1,100 lawyers and other professionals in 26 offices in the world's key business and financial markets. Bryan Cave represents a wide variety of business, financial, institutional, and individual clients, from multinational corporations to emerging companies, many of these in the bioscience sector. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bob Newmark, the managing partner of the St. Louis office of Bryan Cave LLP.
Our first Arcus Award will honor leadership and exceptional commitment to advancing St. Louis's dynamic and growing bioscience industry. St. Louis is proudly an undisputed global leader in the biosciences, covering plant science, medical science, and other cutting-edge areas. Our region is on the front lines of feeding, fueling, and healing a growing global population. This work is taking place in our research centers, educational institutions, in some of our region's largest employers, and in fact, in our dynamic startup companies. Our finalists have each demonstrated distinction in the bioscience industry through their corporate leadership, innovation, or growth. Before we announce our winner, let's honor them all.
American radiolabel chemicals was started in 1983 by me and my wife Karen, and we make radioactive chemicals for medical research.
So Cofactor Genomics is a company that was founded out of Washington University's Genome Sequencing Center about 6 years ago, and is really the product of 20 years of investment in the Human Genome Project. And what we do is we take that research and that development and we translate it into products.
Cortex is developing in the Midtown area between the universities, St. Louis University on the east and the medical district on the west.
Cogent Surgical is a neurosurgery-focused company where we are committed to the design and manufacture of products for brain surgery.
The Missouri Botanical Garden is a wonderful institution founded in 1859 by Henry Shaw. Since then it's been a leader in botanical science, conservation, and a cultural icon in St. Louis.
First we started there with a 3,200 square foot building which we renovated, and this was a very dilapidated area of St. Louis, a very blighted area. Afterwards, when our sales began to grow, and then we bought another building next to us on the same street, so they decided to buy out the other buildings on our street and give us our own name. So we have about 5 acres parcel, and they level, and we have a new office building we built there. That's about 25,000 square foot building.
So we will have a significant impact on the size of the wound that's created, which is obviously a big part of the patient healing process. We will play a role in reducing operating room time and the time that the surgeon actually spends on the operative site. We will also advance in terms of safety. We have major advances coming in terms of patient safety. And I think all of those things will lead to a clinical output that is better for the patient than what is currently existing.
What the Missouri Botanical Garden brings to the whole field of biosciences is an essential link that we are making between such issues as poverty alleviation, sustainable development, and the environmental degradation that is affecting so much of the world. We try to ensure that plants are sustained as a natural resource for the future. Without plants, there can be no life on Earth.
We were fortunate enough to be scientists involved in the Human Genome Project, working with these technologies, sometimes 3 years before they were available to the public. And after a number of years of being asked to take in samples for service, we realized there was an opportunity for a service company.
So in the district itself, of the 70 to 80 companies that we have, fully 2/3 are bioscience-related technologies and companies. And what we try to do is to surround those technologies and emerging companies with all the support that's necessary for them to succeed and hopefully become the next Microsoft, the next Google, the next major pharmaceutical company.
And the winner of the Arcus Award for Achievement in Biosciences, the Missouri Botanical Garden.
Thanks so much. I want to first thank all the other finalists. I think it's a fantastic group, and we're proud to be among that group, and all of the sort of fame that you bring to St. Louis for all of the wonderful work that you do. The garden was founded in 1859 by Henry Shaw. Henry Shaw was a businessman. He was not a scientist, but he had George Engelmann, a scientist, at his side through the whole process. And the garden, from day one, has been a scientific research institution. Lots of visitors who come to the garden see the garden as a wonderful, enjoyable place to learn about plants and gardening, and don't realize that we're an international center for plant sciences. But we are, and among the accomplishments, our scientists have last year described more than 200 species new to science that have never been seen before. I also, there's quite a group here, assembled here tonight, and at various tables across the room are lots of people who have been loyal supporters of the garden. And I want to thank all of you and everyone in the St. Louis community for the support that you bring to the garden. And I want to particularly thank Thad Simons, who nominated us for this award. Thanks.